Hi guys, I'm back. Wait, why do I look like this? Where did all my hair go? Did I get reincarnated into a tall, nonchalant guy? Hi guys, I'm actually back this time. And today, I'll be drawing the opposite of your OCs. Last time, I said that I'll have a Discord server up and running for the next video. But yeah, let's say that's not happening yet. So yeah, we'll be traveling around the world of Discord servers and finding cool OCs to draw. Alright, we've arrived at our first destination. I'm going down to the Draw Me channel. Everyone's designs are so fire, so it was so tough to choose an OC to draw. But I decided to go with Luca's OC. Look at him! Holy freaking majestic! I love his ethereal vibes. This sets the bar really high. I need to do him super clean or else I wouldn't be able to live with myself. I sent them a message and they let me draw their OC. Oh yes, watch me take some very creative liberties with it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is draw their original OC in my style first, then draw the opposite version. Are we cool with that? Good, because that's what we'll be doing. The majesticness of this character comes from his layered, long, flowy hair. Adding some loose strands in the right locations instantly makes it more fluid and natural. His eyes are serious but warm, if you know what I mean. Like, they're not super rounded and bubbly, but they're calm and gentle. I'm adding his signature cherry blossom hairstick to his bun. You know what I want to do someday? I want to see cherry blossoms bloom in real life. Look at these beauties. I've actually been to this location, but this is more of what I saw. Wait, what does this do? Aw, thank you Google for granting my wish. Okay, back to the art. I love it when artists say art as art. It's really funny to me. These colors are so soft and dreamy, I just want to snack on the palette while I draw. In the reference they provided, his hair has a bit of that blue teal color, so let's add it for some more vibrance. I also think that it ties everything in nicely, since there's some of that color on his clothing too. I also really love using some yellow as highlights. In fact, my favorite color palette is the primary color scheme, but make it pastel. I think I did him justice. Time to opposite-fy. Opify? Whatever you like to call it. Time to draw the opposite of their OC. Yes, your eyes aren't deceiving you. I'm tracing! But I think this is different because it's my own art, so I think it's okay. Anyways, it's to get the proportions the same way as my original drawing. Makes the comparison more effective, you know? I'll give her wider eyes because the original had like, siren eyes. A few years back, the doe eye versus siren eye trend was a big thing. I was so team doe eye, but I think I've shifted over to the siren eye camp over the years. I wanted to give her full bangs because the original had a middle part, but that would cover up the mark on her forehead. So the mid part is staying, but she will have two short space buns rather than long hair with one bun. I've been thinking, the opposite of a flower would be a leaf, right? Since... wait a minute. Wait, a leaf is part of the stem and the flower is also part of the stem. Okay, change of explanation. Original had pink flowers. Leaves are green. Pink is basically red, and red and green are complementary colors. My English teacher would be so proud of this top tier analysis. But anyways, same goes for the hair. Basically everything pink becomes green. The original clothing was white with long sleeves, so I went for a dark sleeveless top. They both look elegant and sophisticated. One is calm and steadfast, and another is more playful. I think they would have a great dynamic as business partners or something. You know what? Their dynamic kind of reminds me of Neverlet and Farina from Genshin Impact. I'll send them the opposite version first. Yes, delayed by a whole month because school was not playing around. Here is a true story of what happened.
I'm gonna finish this video by the end of the month. I can do this! I need to finish this!
And yeah, that's basically how a video scheduled for October is now getting published in the Big 26. The wait is over, and yay! Yes, I'm alive! Anyways, hope they don't roast me too hard. Aw, they're so nice about it. But nope, I didn't send it to the wrong person. But imagine if I did.
Oh my god, bro.
I drew their OC. But opposite. I'm sending them their actual OC now. Oh my god! I'm actually blown away! You guys can't see me, but I swear this is what I look like right now. I'm beyond words right now. They wrote me a whole novel! I'm so honored! They have such a good way with words. This message itself is a work of art. It deserves to be like framed on my wall or something. That made me feel so blessed to be alive. Moments like these are reasons why I keep doing what I do. Aww. Hopping to another server, we have the Avatars channel. Who's gonna be my next target? I saw Mochi a couple of times as I scrolled, and they have such a cute avatar. So that's it. Mochi it is. Perfect, they let me draw their OC. Thank you! When you go for a bottom-up angle, it makes a character look more imposing, and drawing a character from the front view can flatten their personality a bit. I wanted to do a top-down view for Mochi's OC for a cuter look. Wide round eyes gives a character a more innocent, cutesy look, so that's what I went with. In my previous drawing, I went straight to line art, but that wasn't my peak. For reference, it's been about a month between this drawing and my previous ones. School made me rusty, so back to sketching I go. Also, to be fair, this character's hair is more layered and sketching it out first is easier for me. Doing line art for layered hair is actually so fun. I love adding line thickness at the points where the hair strands intersect. It's probably one of my favorite details to do. This time, we're going for a more bubblegum pink. But like before, yellow for highlights. I used to do white highlights for everything, but I really love the vibrance the yellow brings. I'm back! Hopefully you guys didn't miss me too much. Speaking of food, I'm adding the sprinkles. Looking back, I think I made the sprinkles a little too fat. But hey, I love sprinkles, so no complaints from me. And with that folks, we're done! Let's opposite this OC up. The original character had wide eyes and a more quiet personality, so this one will have slightly narrower eyes and a mischievous expression. Her original hair was very messy with strands in all directions and pointy bangs, so his hair will be bowl cut equivalent. No, just kidding, but it will be much neater. You know how some people can wake up with messy hair and still look gorgeous? The original OC is definitely one of those people. I'm so jealous! I think the opposite would wake up with a bird's nest for hair, and then they would have to use lots of hair gel to smooth it out. Okay, what would be the opposite of bread? Well, good question because I don't know either. My first thought was a piece of lettuce or something because bread is high in carbs and lettuce is much lower, but I still want the opposite to somewhat resemble the original though. And imagine having a random piece of lettuce just stuck to your head. Wait, butter! Butter usually goes with bread, and it's a topping, while bread is a base. Topping is the opposite of the base when you look at it that way. What is this logic? But it's okay, it'll work. I think the opposite of a bunny would be a carnivorous animal, but there's way too many to choose from. So I looked to our favorite duo, and a fox it is. Technically, the opposite of pink would be a greenish color, but I think blue is perfect for this character. The opposite of sprinkles is probably chocolate chips. They're heavy and they're not colorful compared to sprinkles. You can see how that turned out. Brown doesn't really go well with the colors I have right now. Wait. Do you guys know those round, crunchy sprinkles? These ones. I think they're the opposite type of sprinkles. These have contrasting shapes and they're a lot more vibrant. Which one do you guys prefer? Me personally, I'm a big fan of those long, rounded pastel sprinkles. I can straight up just eat a can of sprinkles, like, with nothing, just sprinkles themselves. And just like that, we're done. Wow, they're like siblings with completely different personalities. One is giving the quiet older sister who listens to mom's instructions, and the other is the loud younger brother class clown who always gets in trouble. Here we wait. I didn't expect this version of my OC at all. It's actually the opposite of your OC. They're even asking if they could use this design because they love it so much. Honestly, I'm beyond flattered. Here's their actual OC. They actually changed their profile picture to the OC I drew for them. And with credits in the bio too. They later made a Roblox avatar of the opposite version I drew. So accurate, like even down to the detail of the fox with the butter. I'm beyond impressed, bro. This has got to be the highest level of compliment to an artist. Hopping to another server. Who shall be the next test subject? I mean art reference. Aha! Target acquired. I'm gonna draw Yia's OC. They're as excited about this as I am. I want to do a front view headshot this time since I already drew from other angles. But to give it some more personality and action, I'm gonna tilt her head up a tiny bit. I think I've warmed up a bit so I can go straight into line art again. Well, either that or because I drew this in history class. It's always the most boring classes where I'm the most locked in on drawing. Any other time I actually sit down and try to draw, I end up staring at my blank canvas and spend about an hour with just a very basic sketch. I do like drawing eyes, but sometimes drawing the other eye can be a nightmare. These silly goober eyes are a nice break from me trying to get the other eye right. Just 2 spirals and we're done. I'm in love with this hair color. It's like a light, muted, strawberry blonde pink. I never really know how to describe it, but it's so pretty. I want hair highlights with this color in real life. This bright teal used to be my favorite color back in the day. Every time we had to make a slideshow for school, you bet this was my background color. For text, it was an assortment of those like random default, way too saturated colors. What a time that was. If you haven't noticed it already, my hands down absolute favorite part of every drawing is doing the halftones and the 3 random lines here and there. It gives my art a more comic look, and also, I'll let you in on a little secret. It saves me from rendering more since it takes up quite some space. I'm making the line art a more saturated color that's similar to the base color for a softer look. And there we go! Last but not least, we have one more opposite to draw. The original had asymmetrical spiky hair, so for this one, I'll give him asymmetrical hair with lots of soft edges and curls. This was low-key hard because I don't draw curly hair that much. Another art study is in store, I guess. God bless the liquify tool because it saved me again and again. I'm giving him an excited expression with eyes squeezed shut, since it contrasts with the nervous or maybe even dizzy expression of the original. It's similar in style, which is perfect. I wasn't sure if the original ears were monkey ears or bear ears, but I do know that they are rounded. What's the opposite of rounded? Pointy! Yes, you got it! Pointy ears that ended up kinda looking like cat ears. Buckle up for a ridiculous expression of why I think the opposite of ribbons are hair clips. Ribbons are soft and can be shaped into different forms. Hair clips are rigid. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm turning the warm colors into cool colors, but with a hint of the warmth underneath. The original had these hair pom-poms, so the opposite would be like these spiky pom-poms that look like they would tickle. And done and dusted! They kinda give me twin vibes actually. They both look hyper on candy, but in their own way. Here he is.
OMG, it's so cute.
They just accepted him like, yup, that's my OC alright. Your actual OC is here. Yay, I'm glad! I made another person happy, yippee! I love doing these challenges because it makes me happy to see others happy. If you had better ideas for opposites, let me know in the comments below and explain your reasoning to defend your opinion. I'm actually so curious because I was like racking my brain trying to think these up. Anyways, I promise to get that Discord server up and running sometime. Next video will definitely not take 3 months to make, so I'll see you soon. Bye!